from huge monster trucks to tickets to space. One player even turned his mansion into an entire zoo. Damn, NFL players buy some crazy shit. Rob Gronkowski spent $250,000 on something that destroys people. Yeah, you heard that right. This dude became the first NFL player to have his own monster truck. No, forget that. That's a Gronkster truck. This thing jumps 70 feet in the air and goes 70 miles per hour. The craziest thing was the reason why he bought it.
I like to be monstrous. I like my monster guns.
But what Rob Gronkowski drives isn't the weirdest thing on the list. This thing will make you go insane. Because Strahan Diggs is so addicted to coffee, he spent $15K on a Starbucks logo. Damn, but here comes the crazy part. Once other players heard about that, they bought even weirder chains. Dick McCabe got really strong when he copped a $50,000 Donkey Kong chain. What? With Donkey Kong? Yeah, you heard that right. BB's diamonds, his jersey number, and goddamn that monkey got some cheeks. Was that as cool as what Kylie Murray bought? Hell no, because he got two chains. No, not that one. He got two different chains. His first was a chain of his idol, Bruce Lee. And this was not a cheap chain. $90,000 specced out with diamonds. But even though it was specced out with diamonds, Kyle was hungry for more. So he bought a chain of his favorite candy, Snickers. And when you can't think it to get weirder, Antonio Brown. This dude built an entire habitat in his backyard. Wow, that is insane. He built a treehouse the size of a normal house next to his mansion. He even has a secret room behind his bar and fridge. That is probably why it costs over $200,000 to build. But how Antonio lives is not how weird other players have it. Darnell Dockett turned his house into a zoo. His animal fetish started with pet lizards, alligators, and some really expensive animals, like this $30,000 money. But he bought one of the scariest animals for $100,000, and it was something illegal. Out of nowhere, he bought a giant tiger. Ah, yeah, you heard that right, a tiger! He posted a pic of it in his house and the social media went nuts. And when people saw a wild tiger out in the streets, it turned out in a huge investigation. Because owning a tiger in Arizona isn't only against the law, it's a felony. Once the feds were onto him, he disappeared off the grid. But the next NFL player really screwed up because this thing is not only weird, it is a really expensive mistake. When Julio Jones was at the beach rocking his favorite pieces, he hopped on a jet ski. It didn't take long until the weather got worse and he fell off the jet ski. When he fell off the jet ski, he dropped his earrings.
That earring was worth a lot, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit? That earring costed $150,000. But Julio didn't want to take the L. Instead, he hired a diving team to look for the earring. But that was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Literally. They looked everywhere, but they were impossible to find. The next NFL player got homeless just because of cheesecakes. Vince Young racked up $35 million throughout his career, but money got to his stomach big time because he became addicted to the Cheesecake Factory. Every single week, he would spend $5,000 just on their food, and one time, he spent $15,000 in one night. He kept eating and spending until his phone rang. His entire career earnings were gone. But that was not all. He was even in debt. $1 million in debt just by eating at the Cheesecake Factory. If that wasn't crazy enough, this NFL player spent millions just to leave Earth. Michael Strahan wanted to do something no NFL legend had ever done. Visit space to be the first NFL player to go to space. When he saw that Jeff Bezos went to space, he also wanted to go. So he contacted Jeff and got it. That is insane. That is one of a kind. When he announced that he got a seat in space.
In less than 3 weeks, I will be blasting off in the next Blue Origin space launch.
Everyone freaked out. Just imagine being one of the few people paying $280 million to go to space. That is more than a T-Rex. I'll say it again. $280 million for a visit to space. He spent the next few weeks preparing for his journey to space. When reaching their Mach speed, he and his crew were traveling at 2,300 miles per hour. Within seconds, they reached 62 miles over the Earth's atmosphere. That is some crazy stuff. When they got up to space, they were floating in zero gravity. When they later landed, the NFL legend had made history as the first NFL player in space. The next NFL player won't be getting any girls after this. The first $1 million Will and Rhonda's earned went towards some crazy things. You may expect NFL players to buy mansions, cars, and even boats. But this guy bought something to clean his ass. Dude spent $5,000 so he could get away from reality. But that is not the only thing he bought for his first $1 million. That was crazy. He bought a life-size statue of Batman. But didn't stop only for the DC superhero. He also wanted to snap his fingers so his enemy could disappear. So he bought an Infinity Stone glove. But damn, he really must hate some people. Thank you for watching. Next up are the craziest cleats in the entire NFL. That is something you don't want to miss. So click here, or else your journey ends here.